Hands. They are hard. Honestly, hands are probably the one thing that every artist has struggled with at some point in their career. Whether or not they have gotten better or they love drawing hands no matter what is besides the point. At some point, every artist has struggled with hands. Or its feet or whatever else there is. So in this video, I'm going to help you to finding the best technique that works for you when drawing hands. So here is Deborah's 5 tips to help you get better hands. Coming from an artist who personally struggled with hands and drawing them and finding the best technique and looking all over the internet just to find the best technique to draw hands and went to school for it. So yeah, I still struggle with that. So let's get started. Number 1, try drawing a hand. Good. Now, what negative traits are residing in the hands that you just drew? Now I know what you're saying. All of it, right? Well, look at this hand that I'm drawing right now. It looks terrible, but I keep redoing it until I get a pretty good result, and then I move on. Otherwise, I'll get too frustrated. Honestly, the best way to tackle the subject of hands is to find the technique that works for you. That doesn't mean copying or stealing or anything like that, or tracing over it or anything, you know. If you find resources and references that can help you, that's fine. And then just follow like the technique that they teach you, or follow the shapes that they teach you, or anything like that. That's okay. I mean, if you do trace to try and study and practice and stuff like that, that's okay too. But if you do want to post those practices, post the links that you traced in the comments or the description, so that way the person that you traced from can get the recognition they deserve. 2. Reference. Find the references that you are going to use along with the technique, so that way you can get it down to a T. You should be practicing every single week. The best techniques that I have personally found that have helped me on my journey as an artist is the squares technique, the triangles technique, circles, and just flat out eyeballing the hands. Keep in mind, most of these pictures that I'm going to be showing you are not my own. These are techniques that I have found on the internet and have used to my advantage, so that way I can become a better artist. So like the triangle technique, like the title says, uses primarily triangles to get the proper perspective. The square technique, as well it says, uses squares. And the circles uses circles typically for the joints, so that way you can get a rough idea of where the joints are in the fingers. Now you can mismatch and switch up anything you need to in order to properly put in what it is you're trying to go for. I've just found that these techniques help the most, and honestly I think the hardest part about drawing is applying the hands to your characters, because you can warm up all day and put in the effort to just drawing hands all day long, but if you don't take the time to also draw a character with the hands, you're gonna have an issue. So apply these techniques also while you're drawing characters. Number 3, warm up. As it entails, warming up is crucial for an artist. If you do not warm up before you draw, you're typically going to make a lot of mistakes. And I know you see a lot of people on YouTube and all of that just go in and just draw, but you don't really realize that before they go and they do the drawing, they're warming up, they're practicing their technique, they're sketching out what it is they want to draw, so that way they know what to do when they go into the drawing. that's also what the first sketch that you're supposed to be doing is. And if you're young, typically you'll want to just jump right into just being an expert drawer and just getting it done. But trust me, that's not gonna work. Take it from my experience. As soon as I started studying anatomy and figuring out all of these different techniques and stuff like that, I mean, I went to school, all of that, it really helped me in pushing my character design and drawings forward. So believe me when I say, don't rush it. The process is long and tedious and annoying, but it's worth it. Like, you want your art to be good, obviously, otherwise you wouldn't be watching my video. You want it to be beautiful and people to be interested in it. So just take the time to learn the process and the technique that works best for you by warming up every time you draw. Every time you sit down, sketch out those hands, sketch out the body type that you're looking for, sketch out the hair type that you're looking for. Sketch out those things so that way you can progress your art further. Honestly, the fourth tip that I can give you that's the best advice is look at the ones that you're taking your inspiration from. For example, look for Disney characters or anime characters. Like, look at the hands that they drew. Look at all the different realistic hands that you find on the internet. Look everywhere you can find to just commit to drawing these hands. Because if you do that, you will ultimately be able to study hand techniques and how they drew their hands and find the best way that suits you. I mean, even if you're just referencing the photo and sketching it out, that's honestly the best way that you can tackle drawing hands, because it can be very difficult. I mean, like I said at the beginning, every artist struggles with drawing hands. So the best way to overcome that is to practice and study what other people have done. Like, look at the way they're doing it in speed paints or drawing videos or anything like that, and then put that into practice so that way you can do it and apply it to your art pieces. And so basically this one, this is called the study and apply. And honestly, the last technique that I can really give to you is have fun with it. Get messy, make bad ones, make good ones. Practice perspective and foreshortening with hands. Find the resources, like I occasionally use the 3D models that are in my personal drawing program, which at the start you saw was Clip Studio Paint. They offer 3D models that you can model each individualistic finger to the pose that you want. And then all you have to do is study that, or you can just trace over it. I mean, it's a free thing that's applicable to the public, so if you're really having a hard time getting that pose just right, just trace over it, find the different joints and everything, and then fit it to how you want to do it. I know I like to skip typically the 2 middle fingers, so I don't add like the center line and shape both fingers. I usually shape both fingers at once and then add the center line in later. And that actually makes it look pretty interesting, and I actually learned that technique from another artist that I watch, hence the previous tip, which was the study and apply. And I've used that technique ever since, and I don't regret it because it actually adds quite a bit of character to my drawings. So, yeah. Well, thank you for joining me for the first Anatomy Saturday. I'm planning on making this a series. If that sounds like something fun, that would be, fun for you guys to watch, and something interesting that would be for you guys, I would greatly appreciate it if you'd hit that like, comment, or well, that like and that subscribe button, and leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think I could have improved on. Tell me what you guys would like for the next Anatomy Saturday, and tell me overall what value you have gotten from this, if you've gotten any value at all. I'm gonna let you watch the rest of the video. It shouldn't be that much longer now, and you guys have a good day. Okay, you have a good one. Bye-bye.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, Time ticks and decays, never to return, never to feel whole. Isn't it so easy to lose yourself in time, to draw a finish line, to give yourself to one beyond what's good and bad? It kills me not to know.